Welcome to the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City, a place where history comes alive through the power exhibits that tell the stories of the Vietnam War. Opening hours are from 7:30 in the morning to 5:30 p.m. in the evening. And here is the outdoor exhibit area. You can see helicopters, tanks, and other weapons used in the Vietnam War. War Remnants Museum was opened in 1975. Next, we see a bell made from 500-pound bomb canister and donated to the museum in 2020. And many foreign visitors come here to Ho Chi Minh City just for the War Remnants Museum and some banh mi or street food in Vietnam. Moving inside, this is the first level of the War Remnants Museum. On the left side, you can see a gallery of remembrance of resistance days, which have details about the Vietnam War between the Vietnamese and the Americans, as well as some of the war heroes. Many personal items and belongings of the Vietnamese soldiers were also donated to this museum. There are a total of 3 floors in this War Remnants Museum. The ground floor, the first floor, and the second floor. On the first floor, there are 2 galleries. The first will be Agent Orange, and the second will be Aggression War Crimes. And because of the many violent photographs, and I decided not to take videos of the exhibition, but the memory will stay deep in my mind. I hope there will be no more wars in the future. And for second floor exhibition, mostly will be about the Vietnam War and peace, and also historic truths. There are many pictures of the effects of Agent Orange destroyed by chemical poison weapons and other things that can shock and move many to tears. It is recommended to spend at least 1 to 1.5 hours here to see all the exhibits and the items here. And this museum is located in District 3, a short distance away from District 1, downtown Saigon. The address is 28 Oven 10. The admission entrance fee is 40,000 dong for adults and 20,000 dong for children. I also see many photographs of war photographers from all nations who were heroes in their own rights. There are also many interesting displays of aircrafts, artillery, and weapons also. If you come with children, maybe it's better to just bring them on a tour on the outside exhibits, which I think is enough to keep them entertained for 1 or 2 hours. There are aeroplanes, helicopters, tanks, and even tiger cages. There's an outdoor cafe also to have some drinks and snacks. I mentioned about bringing the children just to visit the outdoor exhibitions and maybe the ground level, because on the second and first floor, the photographs are too violent and brutal. If children see them, they may cry, and this may have a bad effect on their lives after that. One thing to note that there is no aircon in this building, so it may get hot and heaty inside the building. So it's recommended to bring a mini fan, or do not wear too tight clothing or too much clothing. And after visiting this museum, you will understand the peace of not having war. In war, everyone suffers, from the civilians, normal people, to even generals in the high-ranking position in the war. Innocent people are killed, and the effects stay with them in their whole lives, and even their children, grandchildren, descendants. And in this Vietnam War, the Agent Orange chemical weapons are used so much extensively that it impacts and affects so many Vietnamese civilians that even now, there are even people who are born with defects on their organs, their hands. Some are without hands, some are without legs, and some have big heads. Here we explore the tiger cages, or in Vietnamese is called chuồng cọp. These cells, tiger cages, were built in 1940 by the French to incarcerate almost 2,000 political prisoners, including high-rank officials. And America continued to use them in the 1960s and 1970s. There are a total of 120 chambers with ceiling bars where the guards could poke at prisoners like tigers in a zoo. The conditions of the prisoners are really very terrible and indescribable at this point of time. But from my research, it's like they do not have enough food and water, and they are tortured every single second. That most of them died in a few days, and the smell of diarrhea, the stench, and you can see many prisoners with cut fingers or broken legs, and even undescribable torture conditions. Here we see a terrifying torture equipment, the guillotine, which will cut off the head of the prisoner. Over here we have some of the tanks, helicopters and weapons used in the Vietnam War.